Okay, thank you very much for joining today. So today we're going to have an assignment review. So what we do, we will go through each unit that was required to be done for assignment brief, and then we'll see each learning outcome, and we'll now see how you've completed the assignment. You have an overall view of the assignment. Just
Okay.
1 second. Let me
All right.
open up. Second up. Level 5. Okay. So the assignment that we're going to have a look today is system development and user interface, UX. Now let me open share the. I should have one here. See what you do. Okay, yeah. Indicative
I think
content.
the system development and user interface was done. It's the latest one.
The latest one that you submitted, right?
Implementing and managing cybersecurity.
That's the third one.
Yeah, the third one. Yeah, the second one
Yeah,
was already marked earlier.
yeah, exactly. So we're just going to have a review of it.
Okay, okay,
Then,
got it.
then today I will mark the
Mhm.
cybersecurity one, right?
Yeah, that's the one that I sent last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see the assignment. Okay, yeah, I found it finally. I got it here finally. Okay. So let me just see if let me share. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
1 second. Let me just open it up. Okay. So you can see where it says ATHE Level 5 Diploma in Computing and Technologies, right?
Yeah.
So in this assignment, you were given a scenario
Yeah.
where you were employed as a system development engineer in a large
Mhm.
system development company.
Yeah.
So the scenario will now give you some tasks which you're
Yeah.
required to do, where maybe your line manager or your duty manager will now require you to create some documentation, where in this documentation you now have to carry some analysis or examination
Okay.
regarding the system. So in order for you to achieve your learning outcome, you have to ensure that you're able to analyze where it says analysis of the system and explain when he asks you to explain a problem. So what happens is most of the time our students um, they might not understand this concept and they will analyze where you're required to explain, and they will do vice versa. They will now explain where you're required to analyze. So I'm really happy of your assignment because you were able to identify all the type of system development life cycle. So your analysis was really in detail. You were able to explain them. You were able to explain the purpose of when to use them and what are the pros and the cons um, of any specific system development life cycle.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that learning outcome for task one, I would say you achieve all the learning outcomes because I
Mhm.
think this was quite simple, right? Did you find any
Mhm.
difficulties to do it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So I think as long as this is all, theoretical rather than practical. So it was easier. I think it was easier for you to just make a documentation where you were able to analyze or explain. Task, achieve a merit task. You were asked to create a user and a system requirement document based on the client system brief and document. So I think you were able to create that, which I gave you a pass for that. I gave you a merit for that tasks, and which was successfully completed by you.
Yeah.
Also, in the learning outcome one, there was a distinction task, which to achieve the distinction, your written information must evaluate the impact that request for changes can have on a system development project. So this was additional. So in order for you to pass this unit, this was additional. So if you were able to complete that, that's fine. If you wasn't able, is still okay, because you were able to now complete all the tasks. So in this assignment, there were four mandatory tasks, I think. There were five, yeah, sorry, five. But the distinction one is additional just for you to gain more credits. Okay, let's now look into task number 2. So in task number 2, it's pretty much similar to the first one, but it's like an extension. So it's you just covering in details more concept. For example, here it says your manager has reviewed the documentation provided in task 1 and has now asked you to continue with the project. As part of the project, which will be formally handed over the client for reviewing a system development information pack, providing the details of a system implementation and testing. So I think here it was still a documentation, right? Was not a PowerPoint presentation. And in this documentation, you have to simply improve, I think, carry on with what you've done in task 1. So you have to analyze, explain, and assess and evaluate more concept relating the project, which I saw from your assignment was covered effectively. So your analysis showed all your ability to compare different type of methodology, and you were also able to highlight the advantages and disadvantages of all this system development when it comes to working on projects. Task stream. Oh yeah, task stream. You were required to make a presentation. As far as I remember, you were able to create really nice PowerPoint presentation, and they were very detailed, where you put them with bullet points and you explain. You were able to explain the principle of positive user interfaces and user experience. I'd say that task was fully achieved. Task number 4, I think it was more practical here, where it says that the client has asked the company to provide a prototype design of the information management system based on the requirements. So here you were asked to develop a user interface prototype, carry out a testing with end user, and evaluate the success of the product usability. So I remember you sent over a prototype, a wireframe of a application, right?
Yes, I submitted the wireframe and also screen recording of the working prototype.
Yeah, exactly. Did you use Figma to produce that? What was
it wasn't Figma. It was another application.
Oh, okay, that's really good. Yeah, I really liked the sketch you made. It was really good. So it was. I think you covered everything. The 3 bullet points you were able to do 3 of them. So task number 4 was achieved as well, and well done for that. And finally, there's task number 5, to achieve a merit. What was task number 5 asking to do? To achieve a merit, you must create a formal test plan for testing and submitting this with the other requirements of task number 4. Oh yeah, so this number 5 is just an addition to number 4, which I think you were able to submit. You were able to test your user interface, and yeah, I think everything was done perfectly. So I'm really impressed by your assignment and from your work, because I think you're very diligent and you're able to cover everything efficiently. So I'll say
All right.
this was an amazing assignment made by you. And yeah, is there any question you want to know from me? Anything you want to know regarding your next assignments, or I don't know, anything? Yeah.
Not in this one, and even the third one was clear. In
Yeah.
third one, I went a little bit more extensive, especially in the theoretical part, because I think this assignment was I wrote around 3,000 words, but the next one, the third one, which I submitted, I have covered up to 6,000.
Okay.
Just to, like, also I covered all the distinction tasks, because in assignment 2, this one, which we're just reviewing, I think I missed one of the distinction tasks. Overall, I completed. Because obviously I was actually some busy with my work, etc. But this time I took, all the distinction tasks as well, and then there's a practical at the end,
Yes.
where we have to download an endpoint protection software
Yes.
and set it up on an environment. So I tried doing that initially, but
What
all the
software did you
yeah.
to download?
I used McAfee endpoint protection,
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
but it didn't had all the complete features that were mentioned in the assignment. All of them were mentioned in a software. I forgot the name from Norton actually, but it was a paid software. So I didn't went ahead and do that. And also I wasn't able to get hands-on on any virtual environment where I can test it manually or exactly as it was mentioned. So I texted in the WhatsApp group, and as instructed, they told me to explain the process of the firewall, how to
Yeah.
set up a firewall and its
Yes.
policies, the rules, etc. I did that, and yeah, I explained that software during, through a video,
Yeah.
the Mac
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
software. Yeah.
That was the best thing you could have done. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
yeah, as you said, it wasn't easy to gain access to this endpoint softwares and user
Yeah, they
software.
were really
So yeah.
expensive, and it's very difficult to get hands-on the trial versions, as well as they were asking for company email and all that stuff. So I had to, go for the other option.
Yeah, and I know some companies might create some bespoke one, but I think that's a bit too complex, because you have to like reach out to cybersecurity companies. So, for example, BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, BlackBerry, they produce one of them, but I don't know, because you now have to speak with the team and they will now have to
Yes.
sell you the product. So you don't really need that, because this is more like an assignment, like setting up your company for that. So
Yeah.
yeah, just explain the process. Yeah.
Yeah, I already did that and submitted that
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. Is there any other question?
No, I think that's it for now.
Okay, that's great. And thank you so much. If you do need anything, just message me on WhatsApp. I just had some problem this morning, but everything is back to normal, so I can fully assist you. Yeah.
That's great. Good news.
Okay.
All right, no problem. I'll get back to you on WhatsApp. Just let me know when the assignment 3 will be done, because
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the grades, or if there is anything to review, so that I can start up my 4th assignment.
Okay, I will do that today. Yeah, definitely today. I'll
Right, no
send it
problem.
over to them.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Thank
All
you very
right.
much, Azam, for joining, and have a good day.
All right. Have a good day, you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.